So we're here to check out this canal, Bridgewater Canal breach. Dunham Massey, the area. Do have National Trust next door, which you may have to go and pay a little visit to. And I think this is the aqueduct here. Where the canal goes over the road. It's very cold today. 2 degrees at the minute. Maybe.
That way or that way?
Sorry, say again?
As the bank bursts down that way or
So
up this way?
from the map, it's down that way.
It's down there?
You know where the river goes underneath?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's down there.
It's meant to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go and have a look now myself, so. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not good. Look at that. The canal is well and truly empty. That's a lot of water. Just coming past the mill there, look. So this pub here, look, is still open, guys. Swan with 2 nicks. 2 nosy nicks inside there. Hello. What a beautiful baby cat that is. Well, it's not a baby, but... Morning, mate. So it looks to me like the canal bed, look, from all the water rushing down, has been made a lot deeper now. It's almost doubled in depth. And the force of the water coming down, probably. And that in there is well and truly empty. Almost empty, pretty much empty. And the breach is just down there, guys, so we'll take the drone over.
footage?
Yeah, yeah. I got up to the top of there then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have done it from here, but by the time I got up there, I just thought, stay there. Yes. Have you had a look? Or?
No.
Oh. People are walking on the other footpath along.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how you get there.
I mean, can you get through those barriers? Because you can get up that way.
They may let you. I've seen somebody come through.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some people just on this side.
Yeah,
up by
there's people up there.
Oh,
on
yeah,
this
yeah.
side, but I don't know where the footpath goes. I'm looking for the map to come through and tell me where the footpath goes.
Where the water's flowed through fast, it's made it deeper.
Yeah.
It's proper like.
Yeah. Well, that's what they were worried about. They're worried about that all coming back and damaging this bridge.
It's pretty much. I think the bridge is the part where it's higher.
Yeah. So it comes up.
So you've got the normal canal, and then the water's fast going deeper.
Down now. Well, that's why they've got the bridge closed.
Maybe in case it wears it away.
Well, it's an arch bridge. If you've got load on one side of it and not on the other,
Yeah.
they tend to sway over.
Oh right, yeah. I didn't think about that.
I mean, to be honest,
It's all right, it was his job.
shouldn't be a problem.
Was it? Is that your job? You can see what up there. You can see the banks are so steep.
Yeah.
You can see how it's happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what has happened is the water's come up, and the water's been coming up the embankment, and it's softened the embankment.
The flood water, yeah.
And then all of the canal were sheet piles to try and hold it in.
You can see that on that
But
side, yeah.
The water's leaked. Once it's got too bad, the water's gone down through that, and it'll have actually gone through the bottom first.
So it's joined up really, the
Yeah.
flood.
Yeah,
Either side's worse.
yeah. You see where it just.
That water's a lot higher, and then
Yeah.
it's just suddenly falling off. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least there's stop logs in up at Agton Bridge,
Which is
Tells
stopping
it.
about a third of it, yeah.
oh, so there's a lock up that way.
So
but
there's not a lock, there's no locks on the bridge.
There's just
so that's
where it
part of the
narrows under.
oh, is there not?
Where it
But
narrows
what
under a
they
bridge,
have,
they've got a
they
couple of grooves,
Yeah.
and they just put planks in it.
They have big,
Right.
big, not even planks, they're big blocks of wood, aren't they, that they
Well,
drop,
yeah.
and they have a crane that's permanently there.
Right.
That drops them in, but the problem is... they
What's that
haven't
for
been
then?
used
Well, because it happened in 1971. So
Oh, right.
All
they get-
canals,
all
once
canals
you
have
know,
it.
once you
I didn't know
know,
that.
if they haven't got locks or haven't got locks for a long way,
Yeah.
if you see beside the canal a sort of very old-fashioned Victorian-y looking rough basic crane,
hand cranked crane.
I see those. Yeah. What they?
And-
What? I
yeah.
didn't know
That's
they-
to lift these logs,
That's
so
to
they're
lift
the
the-
width of the
and
canal
if you look
at the
at
bridge.
the canal bank, it'll have slots. So Lim Bridge has still got the slots, but it hasn't got the planks or the cranes anymore.
Right.
But Agton Bridge still has the crane and the planks, and they've been put in, but they're only stopping about a third of the flow. Or where?
Two-thirds of it.
Two-thirds of it.
Yeah. And then there's another
Right.
set, sort of between the rope and anchor and.
Well, that side's coming. Yeah, that's coming through quite fast
there's a
there.
grip. But last time I saw it, they'd got the logs, but they'd rotted.
Ah.
So those weren't going to work.
Oh,
So
dear.
they had to put some in somewhere in Sale.
I wonder what they're gonna do first. Like,
The first thing they're going to do is nothing at all for 6 months.
Well, they're
You reckon?
thinking about
Yeah.
it.
That's what they did last time,
Did they?
until there was enough pressure on them to.
Down.
So that's the crane, that metal
Yeah, I've seen those.
thing there, and that's how much it's stopping. So
Ah.
that's
Oh, that's
those
here?
Logs in. No, it's the next bridge along. Yeah,
Yeah.
next bridge along, which is quite a way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, a mile along.
I didn't know they do that.
Yeah, and once you know about them, you'll see them all over.
Yeah, I've seen the
all
cranes.
canals, whenever they've got a big embankment that goes over a valley, if that washes out, you lose the whole canal. So they needed some way.
Oh, they put them in for that reason.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So, any time they had to do any repairs
Yeah.
to the canal wall, you have to
Oh, right. Yeah,
They
yeah,
have to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
isolate
stop
bit,
it
yeah.
and pump the water out.
Makes
But
sense.
the problem is, it's so silted, the canal. I don't think those bits of wood had dropped to the bottom. They'd sort of got hung up on the silt at the sides.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're walking back that way, so
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
see what it looks like today.
There's quite a few boats down there that are.
Yeah, high and
Yeah.
dry, yeah. So how did you get from that end to here?
Oh, along that path.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then I've walked up to the top of that bank now,
right, yeah.
where I can see straight in. I've done my little drone
Right, okay.
and I've walked back down.
Yeah.
I mean, once they do start doing something, all this drone footage could actually be quite useful because you can build a model from the drone footage.
Right.
So they can model what's happened.
Yeah.
And if they've got drone footage from New Year's Day and drone footage from today and drone
Yeah.
footage from a week's time, they can see if it's changing.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
It was the boat saying they never heard it happen. All they felt was
Was
the
the
jolt
bumpers.
as their boat hit the bottom.
Oh wow.
As their boat came to rest on the bottom.
Do you think it would have been like an explosive fail? It would have been like quick.
I would have thought no. It'll. I mean, it's like Peter's putting his finger in the dike. There'll be just a little river coming out the bottom, and then it'll got bigger and bigger and bigger.
You reckon?
And then it'll have washed. I mean, the last bit.
So if you were walking along there at the time, it wouldn't have just suddenly gone.
Yeah, I mean, but you'd have seen the water coming out
Okay.
the toe of the embankment for probably an hour before it went.
Under pressure, yeah.
And then
But it was
as
early hours,
that
so
sort of
happily
tends
no
to
one was
work,
sailing
it's.
past.
I mean, if you look at dam bursts, you see it coming out, and then it spreads, and it takes about 10 minutes to spread up the bank.
Wow. Interesting one. Not good though.
So we're going on.
All right, good luck, guys.
So we're going that way.
Well, that was interesting. I didn't know that about canals, but it makes perfect sense. And you would agree they'd have something like that in place, but I just didn't really know about it.